First-person narrative preaching. Where are we going to begin? Our appearance must be authentic. So you can grow a massive hairy beard or long hair, or you can attach some whiskers. Let's ask Dick Stenbakken where to go and how to choose facial hair.
Okay, Dick, show me where to go now.
Okay, we're just going to head down to the shop down here and see what they have in store, in the store and in stock. Now, Jerry, also another thing you can do is a lot of places where they rent theatrical things, and just take a left here, where they rent costumes, they will also have the beards and other things there. So that's another place you can begin looking for stuff too. And renting, by the way, is an option if you don't really want to make the stuff. But really, you can make a pretty good costume for much, much less than you can rent them, and then you have it.
Well, Dick, let's think about where we're going now. You've talked about rental places, and you've talked about these other things. But how would I go about? I live out there in a little town in Middle America. How do I go about finding the kind of shop we're going to now?
Another option might be, of course, first off, you look in the yellow pages to see if there are any rental outfits for costumes and theatrical materials. Another place might be a junior college or a college or university. They have theatrical departments, and they might be willing to work with you or give you their source. And then, of course, there's online things that a person can chase down too. But I like to see the beard and the materials because that makes a big difference as opposed to just buying it sight unseen.
My key word for Yellow Pages or website is theatrical. Is that correct?
Theatrical supplies, costume rentals, either of those would work.
Let's talk about quality a little bit, what we're going to look for when we get down there, so we're not talking those kind of issues before the clerk. How are we going to tell what's adequate quality and what's throwaway trash quality?
Pretty much anything that they're going to have in the stores that's human hair will be good quality. What you want to look for is something that will be, go up into the sideburn or up above the sideburn a little bit, so you don't want something real short. But if it's human hair on a nice nylon net kind of thing, tied on, that's your best kind of beard.
Dick, while we're down here, is there anything else I need beside the beard at this shop that we're going to, or just get a beard?
It depends on the characters you're going to do. I mean, they will have things like the theatrical blood, if you want some of that. They'll have some of the sores and wounds, if you need that. That would be the kind of thing you could get here if you want to go beyond the beard. Basically, the kind of thing that I would get here would be the beards and a mustache.
Okay, but what about to go with the beards and the mustache? Do they have the glue? You mentioned glue, and how do I do the makeup between the glue and my face? How do I maintain? How do I take care of that beard? Do they have those kind of supplies here, or do you get them somewhere else?
It'll be a one-stop thing. They'll have the glue that you put on your skin and the material that you use to clean it up so that it doesn't irritate your skin. And then in terms of cleaning the beard, I use acetone to do that. It just melts the glue right out of the stuff, and you can reuse that beard. Well, I've got one of them I must have used probably 15 or 20 times, and it's still very, very good. So if you clean them up, once you clean them with the material, the acetone, then you just use some shampoo on them and just clean them up and hang them out. They're ready to go. Okay, Jerry, here's a bunch of different mustache styles, okay? This one I think is too big because it comes down, it'll cover your mouth. You don't want to cover your lips. I mean, that's not good.
That's a Jose Rojas.
That pretty much. And see, these to me are a little bit too small for like a biblical character. Now, some of these, like this style, once you wash that out, this will be longer, and you can. This is stiff now, like it's got hairspray on it, which, by the way, you can use hairspray on the mustache and on the beards to shape them, and it'll wash right out. But this style and something like this, you can trim those if you want to, but that's not so full that it'll cover your lips. So you take one like this, and it's going to come down too much over your lip, and I don't think you want that.
Oh, look, here's the Rojas mustache.
I think that's a beard, but you never know. But this is the kind I would go with, something like this, or something like this, because they're pretty much the same. You could get by with that one on the top. Of course, you don't want it curved like that. It would be more straight out. But one thing that these all have that makes them good is that they're on this mesh, and that's human hair that's tied onto a mesh, and that's what you glue onto your face.
Ah, okay.
And then obviously you match the mustache and the beard, so you've got a good color match.
Well, I really like this one. That's a good color, I think.
I think that's a good color too. Now what we need to do is to see if we can find a beard that would go with that. They have some displays over here. This one is a lot less expensive because it's a fabric and it's just stitched on, and it's okay, but it doesn't look nearly as real. Take a look at this one. See, this is the fabric and the material, and that's human hair. And when you glue that down, that becomes so realistic. And look at the difference in the line on the beard on the side. Now it shows up strange here because you've got a flesh colored on a white, but when you put that on regular skin, you won't even see that edge at all. That's the realism that you're looking for. Okay, let's take a look. Let's take a look at how this looks. See, when we if you glue that on, and you tighten that down, that's the look you're wanting right there. See? So you put that on, and you put some gray in there, then you put on the mustache.
You're waiting for someone else, right?
And he's going to be a totally changed person.
Dick, thanks a lot for taking the time to go over to that shop. And you mentioned that you got several things at home that you've just picked up through the years that you use for headdress and extra things. Can we come by your home one of these days and just look at that stuff? I'd like to see what you've got.
Sure, that'd be good, because then you can see some of the stuff that I've used, and that'll be great. We'll set it up.